Module 4. Operating a bank account.
I think we should share all this information with all our near and dear ones.
You read my mind. Even I was thinking the same, that even they should be aware about all these crucial things so that they start managing and planning their finances as well.
I am glad you thought of sharing the information with others. This is the way to spread information, and I am happy that the information I am sharing with you will benefit many others. Vidya, I will start by telling you both on how you can operate your bank account and what its features are. Let me start by sharing the importance of saving your money in the bank. You might be keeping your savings under pillow or in kitchen or in rice bags or in lockers. Sometimes rats or pests may eat your hard earned money. Someone may steal it, or you may be tempted to use the money, or others may be tempted to borrow. You would always be worried about its safety. Also, money saved at home does not grow. The best way to save is to deposit the money in the bank. Money kept in a bank is safe as banks are regulated and pool the savings for nation building. Apart from safety, banks do not charge fee for depositing the money. On the other hand, they pay you interest on your deposits, so your money grows in a bank. Putting your money in a bank means you can also use it whenever you need it. The transactions with the banks are transparent. As I told you earlier, banks also offer lots of other useful services. When you have a deposit account with banks, you can easily get many facilities like loans and remittance facilities at reasonable cost. I have already informed you about how you can open your savings bank account. Let me explain to you on how you can operate your bank account. Depositing money in a bank branch. Anytime you would like to keep more money with the bank or deposit money in your account, it gets added to your account. You can deposit the money by filling in a deposit slip. It asks for information like your account number, name, date, amount of money to be deposited, etc. Depositing money in a BCA. You can easily deposit money in your account through BCA as well. First, BCA will take your fingerprint on the biometric device or on the micro ATM to confirm the authentication and will link it to your account. Once account is linked, you can do transactions by giving thumb impression on the device with BCA. You can deposit money to another account from your account. At the end of the transactions, your account balance will be informed to you through an acknowledgement.
Arvindji, we can even withdraw our money from our account anytime we want.
Yes, Vidya, I was getting to that. Withdrawing money from your savings account is also very easy, just like depositing money. Withdrawing money from a bank branch. When you take money out of your account or withdraw money from your account, it gets deducted from your account balance. To withdraw money from your account, you need to fill in a withdrawal slip or a self-check leaf. Like a deposit slip, a withdrawal slip also asks for similar information. Withdrawing money from a BCA. BCAs also operate on point of sales, POS. POS terminal is a portable electronic device that enables the processing of credit and debit card payments for products and services at retail locations. The POS terminal provides a convenient, modern, and efficient means of processing payment online through real-time machine. At such centers, you are given a smart card, which you need to carry every time when you want to do any transactions or withdraw. Let me tell you now about how to use checks. When you have a certain minimum balance in your account, your bank will offer you a checkbook facility. This means that you will receive a booklet with 10 to 20 blank checks in it. You can use these checks to pay other people money from your bank account. You need to make sure that you fill in the following details. Number 1, the name of the person you wish to pay is written on the topmost line. Number 2, the date is filled in the top right-hand corner of the check. Number 3, the amount in words and amount in figures is the same. Number 4, your signature is at the bottom right-hand corner of the check. Number 5, you cross the top left-hand corner of the check with 2 diagonal lines and write AC Payee between those lines. These double lines ensure that your bank will take money from your account and deposit it in the account of the person to whom you wish to pay the money. It may take up to 2-3 working days for the money to be deducted from your account after you issue a check. You can deposit and withdraw money from your account by using checks. The benefit of using a check to pay or receive money is that if the amount is large, you do not have to worry about it getting lost or robbed while it changes hands. Even if you lose the check, your money will be safe if you have taken care to write the check in the correct manner. You can also use the check to deposit money. When someone gives you a check instead of cash, it could be from any other bank. You need to make sure of the following. Number 1, your name is written on the topmost line. Number 2, the date is recent, that is, not more than 90 days prior to today. Number 3, the amount in words and amount in figures are the same. Number 4, there is the signature at the bottom right-hand corner of the check. Number 5, the check has 2 diagonal lines across the top left corner with AC Payee written in it. The diagonal lines ensure that the bank will deposit the money only in your account. The amount on this check can be credited to your account if there is sufficient balance in the giver's account. It may take up to 2-3 working days for the money to reach your account after you deposit the check. Withdrawing money through checks can also be done. Another critical document of your savings bank account is the passbook. When you open a savings account, the bank will give you a passbook to track your deposits and withdrawals. So, for example, let us say you have a balance of rupees 5,000 at the beginning of October 2013 and you deposit rupees 500 on the 5th of the month. When you update your passbook from the bank, these details will appear in the credit column of your passbook. Then, let us say you withdraw rupees 200 from your account on the 20th of the month. This will appear in debit column in your passbook. Suppose the same day you deposit a check payment of rupees 8,000 which has come from your client ABCD. Also, suppose that you issue a check for rupees 4,000 to your supplier EFGH on 25th of the month. Both these transactions will also show in your passbook on the day that they impact your balance. In every credit or debit, the balance will be highlighted in the last column. A sample of how your passbook will look is given here.
Arvindji, I never knew that we can save our money in a bank and also can use the checks and passbooks to handle our money. Opening an account will be so useful for us.
It sure will be, Vidya. There are other ways to withdraw and use your saved money. Let me explain. Nowadays, debit cards are used widely by people. If you open a savings bank account and are able to sign, most banks give you the option of using a debit card. A debit card allows you to withdraw money from their automated teller machines, ATMs, any time of the night or day, all through the year. As a result, you can avoid making a trip to a bank branch during banking hours and use checks or deposit slips to withdraw money. To withdraw money from an ATM, you just need to insert your debit card and type in your unique PIN number, 4 digits, which is provided to you by the bank. The maximum amount that you can withdraw per day is set by the bank. You can also use the ATM to carry out other financial and non-financial transactions such as finding out your bank balance, depositing check or money, getting a mini statement, etc. without visiting the bank branch.
This is so interesting and useful.
Yes, it is. In fact, you can also use a debit card while shopping at major retail stores and even some privately owned shops. When you give your debit card to the cashier at such stores, he will run through a machine which is lined with your bank's computers. The shopkeeper types in the amount of your purchase. The bank debits or deducts the amount of purchase directly from your account balance. The machine then prints out a receipt which you have to sign. The shopkeeper keeps the signed receipt and hands you a copy for your record. It is important that you both also learn about remittances. Ram, India has a large number of domestic and international migrant laborers like you. You must be aware that since laborers mostly work in neighboring states or countries, most of them regularly confront a challenge of how to send money from where it is earned in one part of the country or world to their family back home when it is needed. Most of the rural migrant laborers use high-risk informal payment channel.
Yes, Arvindji, I have come across cases like these where the laborers are worried about how to send the money to their families safely.
To address this issue, there are various safe remittance options available which one can avail. Let me give you an example.